I'm going to cut straight to the chase. If you aren't in my Discord server, you're missing out severely. The best alpha in crypto takes place within these channels, including coin discussions, market analysis, degen behavior, and more. It's completely free and I look forward to speaking with you inside. Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. Before jumping into the video today, I want to mention that we've hit 3,000 subscribers on this channel, all organically. I can't explain how happy that makes me. I appreciate each and every one of you, and honestly, it makes me so proud that we've built one of the rare, genuine communities in crypto. So thank you all very much. For those that are new here, I'm a financial advisor in real life and I have been investing in crypto since 2019. So the project I want to discuss today is called Quilibrium, or QUIL. Those who have been around know I covered QUIL on my channel 5 months ago, pretty early on. It came to my attention as a very technical, fundamentally strong crypto project that many smart wallets at the time were accumulating, the same wallets that were buying projects like Bittensor early on. This is just my interpretation of the project. It's pretty complex and information is hard to come by, so if I say something incorrect, feel free to correct me in the comments. I know that we've been in a meme season the last few months, and let's be real, utility coins were dying. Whilst memes were fun and both myself and my community were making money in this time, I'm primarily a utility guy. I like the tech, the fundamentals behind certain projects. I always knew that they would come back around and was silently accumulating the projects that I liked. I don't want to dive too technically into QUIL today as I've already done that, so check out my previous video if you're interested. But let's keep it simple. So what is QUIL? To sum it up as best as I can, I will say that it's a privacy first, layer 1 decentralized platform as a service. If you don't fully get what that is, think of AWS, Amazon Web Services, but a decentralized version. AWS is a cloud computing platform. It offers a wide array of services such as power storage, databases, machine learning, and more. This enables individuals and businesses to run applications and manage data without owning physical hardware. This is currently one of the largest cloud providers globally, supporting websites, apps, gaming, software, amongst others. I usually start my videos breaking the project down explicitly, but I think keeping it simple for QUIL will be the way to go. So I drafted this table. AWS is an easy concept to understand, and when we compare it like for like versus QUIL, we can easily ascertain the differences. So starting off with the architecture, this one's pretty self-explanatory. AWS is centralized and obviously controlled by Amazon, whereas Quilibrium is decentralized and blockchain based. For privacy, the data is encrypted for AWS, but ultimately it is still controlled by Amazon, whereas for Quilibrium, privacy is fundamental, with zero knowledge proofs and multi-party computation. The cost model for AWS is pretty simple, it's pay as you go, whereas for QUIL it's a token-based economy using the native token for fees. So this is where some of the differences really start to stand out. So for AWS, we're very reliant on Amazon's infrastructure. If something bad happens to Amazon, the whole cloud computing software could suffer as a result of this. Whereas Quilibrium, being a blockchain and being, crypto, is resilient due to decentralized nodes spread out globally. If one node operator goes down or another one goes down, it doesn't really matter because there will in theory be thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, spread out across the globe. Again, we've got the governance, which is a massive difference as well, centralized by Amazon, whereas Quilibrium is decentralized and community driven. There's not a single entity in charge of this infrastructure or your data or your privacy or anything like that. Linking to this, censorship is subject to Amazon's discretion, whereas for Quilibrium, it's censorship resistant by design. And finally, we've got accessibility. Obviously for Amazon Web Services, it's going to use the traditional fiat payment system, whereas for Quilibrium, the accessibility is token based, which right now I don't believe the native token is out, but bridges to other chains provide accessibility such as Ethereum right now. So now that we've got a basic understanding of QUIL by comparing it to a real life project, I can dive a little bit more into the boring tech. So unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are more linear blockchains, QUIL uses sharded hypergraphs for increased scalability and parallelism. We've got zero knowledge privacy incorporated, ensuring data and transactions are encrypted, accessible only by intended recipients. We've also got MPC, multi-party computation. This allows parties to complete functions on encrypted data without revealing the data itself. Now, data protection, privacy, and sovereignty is going to be huge in the future as we enter the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and technological revolutions. There will be projects out there utilizing similar tech, like Nilion for example, and it'll all be in high demand. So there's a nice write-up here by the lead developer of Quilibrium, Cassandra Heart, comparing QUIL to other crypto projects. So how it differs from Ethereum is a popular platform for smart contracts and finance, but it's limited in scalability and privacy. Solana is somewhat seen as a runner-up to Ethereum in success, but still remains tightly coupled to finance. And a big one that I've seen is internet computer comparison. So this is an entirely different model for scaling, a subnet based model, and does not provide network or data privacy as an essential component, nor is it performing confidential compute to achieve its goals. And the biggest summary you can take away from why QUIL is unique compared to all the other top projects is three major concerns: scalability, structure, and privacy. We've got a roadmap for the near future as well here. We can expect an updated white paper soon, as well as impending launch of the new mainnet. In 2025, it's expected for decentralized apps to finally begin to launch on QUIL, which would give the token the catalyst to really begin to move. Speaking of the token, I found it pretty difficult to find concrete information on QUIL's tokenomics. I think currently the circulating supply is around 800 million, with daily emissions of 1.5 million or maybe even less. However, whilst this seems excessive, the tokenomics aren't too bad. It's estimated to hit 1 billion by early 2025, and then 2 billion by 2035, so the emissions do slow down drastically. The tokens were completely fair launched, no VCs, and in fact the team declined potential VC investments, saying that it's not in the spirit of their project. In regards to the token itself, it's important to note that this isn't a store of value like Bitcoin, but it's a utility project. Miners or node operators who contribute to the QUIL network are rewarded in the token using a proof of meaningful work mechanism. Developers and users on QUIL will look to pay fees in the token, be it application deployment, storage, compute resources, or whatever. So the growth of the token is simple economics, demand driven. You would expect the demand for the token to increase to leverage QUIL's unique proposal of privacy, speed, and capabilities, thus pushing price up. Currently, it's only available wrapped on the Ethereum chain, with plans for further bridges too, but the native token is around the corner. So QUIL's team is led by Cassandra Heart, a massive brain in the crypto space, being a former Coinbase and current Farcaster engineer. If you've heard her discuss the project, you can see her passion for the vision of QUIL as a whole, not just in terms of token or price appreciation, but a genuine movement to revolutionize the internet and the future. The project has been in development for 6 or 7 years apparently, which is a huge time in crypto and makes sense to be honest. Trying to revolutionize the internet is not an overnight thing. As for community, both the dev and the project are very active on Farcaster, around 20,000 followers I believe. On Twitter it's around 5k, and there's a combined 12k in the Discord and the Telegrams. There's also a whole host of forum posts and blog pages and whatever. But QUIL did strike me when I first heard about it as a project that could develop a cult-like community. However, at this particular point, I'm not so sure if it's reached those levels yet. So moving on to price analysis and prediction, the price of QUIL is kind of what caused me to make this video today. Currently at around 11 cents with a market cap of $90 million. The chart doesn't make for good viewing. We've had negative price action for months now. And before explaining why, I want to show the charts for two other utility projects, Space Mesh and Qubic. Just like QUIL, these are high-tech mining coins. Yes, they aim to be revolutionary, but they have suffered a lot due to huge dumps from miners or token unlocks. Each case might be slightly different, but overall the dumps really drive down the prices. Over the short term, this is of course negative. It creates FUD and reduced sentiment in the project. However, it does allow the transition of weak hands into strong hands, helps redistribute the token amongst increased holders as well, and quotes have been increasing of late. Plus, a sideways accumulation zone for an extended period of time is wonderful to see in crypto. Take the recent example of Qubic and look how explosive the move up has been. This one's been pretty crazy. So the all-time high for QUIL was reached a couple months ago, only in September, and it was around a price of 42 cents, giving it a market cap of $350 million. But obviously ever since then, it's been pretty bad. To reach that price from current levels is around a 4x. I've been monitoring the on-chain activity for QUIL, the buys and the sells, and I've noticed huge amounts on both sides. Multi 5-figure sell-offs, which I assume are miners, and also multi 5-figure buys. This happens on a frequent basis, as you can see. On top of this, the holders have also been increasing in recent weeks, which shows the redistribution of wealth. And also we can see here the max total supply according to Etherscan is 820 million QUIL. Very quick side note, there are an estimated 50 to 100 million QUIL which have been permanently lost due to missing backups and lost vouchers. So aside from the dumps from the miners, which I'd attribute to being the biggest cause for the price dip, there are a few more concerns with QUIL. There was a delay to the launch of 2.0, maybe even multiple delays we can see, which frustrated the community and did cause a lot of sells. But one conspiracy which could explain the significant decline further would be this tweet by Mia. Essentially, there was a cabal that mined QUIL before their TGE, so before there was even a token. This was in 2023 and therefore allowed them to accumulate a lot of QUIL. Then they tried to strategically pump and dump before the 2.0 release, the largest unlock in QUIL's history. The whole thing is toxic with death threats and FUD being spread. Whether this is 100% true or not, I don't know. But judging by the chart, it could be more than just minor dumps which are subduing the price. I think what people need to understand is when a project tries to be revolutionary, you will get many hiccups along the way. We saw it last cycle with Ethereum and Solana, and we're seeing it this cycle with QUIL, Kaspa, SMH, Bittensor. They all underwent some type of FUD or project issue or whatever. It's not like a meme coin where it's easy to understand, primarily community driven. And opportunities of uncertainty like this, if capitalized on, can provide the generational returns we look for. QUIL definitely needs more exchanges. It recently ticked off MEXC, which is great, but I would say it needs more centralized exchanges. Their native token launch will be a bonus too, and also getting listed on CoinMarketCap would be beneficial. It's currently only on CoinGecko. My prediction for QUIL last time, I said between a price range of $1 to $5. The project is definitely a $1 billion idea. Whether they can execute on that is a different story entirely and is on the team. I'm sticking with that prediction. As soon as dApps begin their development on QUIL, the price could rise dramatically. I would expect $1, which is around a 10x from here, and it could reach a few dollars depending on macro conditions. But this is a project for the future, and if it goes well, it will be around for years to come. Some of us are patient investors, hodlers. Others are impatient and get frustrated when projects don't move. I understand that we have limited scope to make money in this space given where we are in the cycle. So the question that I have been asking myself is whether QUIL will provide us with great returns this cycle, within the next 12 months, or next cycle. Please let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you again so much for allowing me to reach 3,000 subs. Join my Discord, it's completely free and I'm very active in there. Aside from that, I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.